Hello, Snipe Trading here. Today is March 22nd. I'll be going over my recap for today. So this is actually my second take on a live stream because I had my mic muted for like 4 minutes. So I was out with Thing. Today I'm up a total of $311, trading a total of 8 stocks. And as you can see on the title, I mentioned if there's any requests for Thinkorswim indicators or or scanners or any custom indicators, let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs. If I have at least 10 likes, I'll start a video or a tutorial on how to create your own indicators. Because I do see on different multiple websites that there are some indicators that can take it take you 5 minutes, or I could create one in 5 minutes, and they're selling at an absurd price. So they're selling at $50 or $100 for just a simple indicator. So I can help people out with any requests on indicators for Thinkorswim, if you're into that, or programming those indicators. And just to give you some insight, I do create my own indicators. You can see all the labels here. I create on my own. So you can see the ATR, percentage ATR, the low here. So the low here means like this green, you can see the green dash bar that you see. It's pretty much the low of the last 5 bars. And then the yellow is the low of the last 10 bars, or 15 bars, I forgot which one. But here's the low of the last 15 bars, and the red is the high of the last 5 bars. So the last 5 bars is 529 or 528. This is that's 15 bars high, and you can see 529 is the high of this bar, and it's 6 cents away from the current ask. So it'll give you a general idea on how much to risk. Say you want to go long here, you're going to risk 7 cents. And so this is changing based on the level 2. And yeah, so if you like things like that, or any other indicators, like simple as percent change, I add it on here because it's more visible. I know they have percent change up here, and it's kind of difficult to see because you got 32.25%, but it's hard to see. But I can see this much clearer, and it changes, right? So you can have conditional formatting. So if it's red on the day, then it'll be red. So for instance, I'll put a red one on here. So you can see these are red. So it's down 4% and it's red. It's much simpler. And you can see it, and you can add anything you want. VWAP, or if you like RSI on these labels, you can add that. And you can change, I have average 10-day volume and the 2-day volume. So all of these I create on my own and do my own research. And as well as, here, let me show. You can also add, on the right here, you can also create indicators which color coding of the 9 EMA. If this stock is above, an EMA level or below, and I have this, so these means it's 3% above the 9 EMA, or 0.7% below the 9 EMA. So you can add like multiple and color code, just you help your trading. So that's just a kind of snippet on indicators. So if you do want me to create those tutorial videos on how to create indicators, give me a comment below what indicators you would like to see, and I can start creating those videos. But yeah, let's move on to my recap for today. So $311, and let's start from the top. So let's switch my P&L here. So CLPS was my biggest winner for today, and that is for $342. And CLPS. So what I saw here was an extension. So you can see I have these indicators on my screen. And they tell me the price of the current 9 EMA for the 1-minute chart, and then the price of the current EMA for the 5-minute chart. But this is live data, so it's going the EMAs for these lines. And also an indicator to predict when is the next EMA print. So that I created. So yeah, going on to my recap here. So CLPS had an inverted cup and handle here on the 1 minute chart. The breakdown, short 2,000 shares, and then cover on the 5 minute, had a bounce. So I'm all out there for $325. It's a pretty quick trade. Sized in a little bit more there just because I was confident into this inverted cup and handle, and it was a bit extended. You can see how far that was to retrace that. So that was a good trade there on CLPS, $342. BLIN. So similar chart, extension on the 5 minute chart this time, and on the 15-minute chart was down here. So went ahead and looked for an inverted cup and handle, shorted that, sized in, and then pretty much covered the rest when it was breaking above this prior support. So that was a $91 win on BLIN. HOFV, Hall of Fame. So I had a nice trade here in the morning. Extension on the 5 minute or 1 minute chart, inverted cup and handle, same thing to the 5 minute bounce. And then you can also look for the inverted cup and handle. I almost shorted here for that break, pretty nice cup and handle break, and also the trend line break. But I wasn't there on time. So that was a nice trade there, which was a good winning. And then I had, a few headaches here and there, getting chopped around. So I went here for the potential long flag. Stopped out, actually went short and then covered down here. So that was a win. And then I kind of chopped it around over here. You can see there's a 530 break, and then it didn't go too far, so I had to stop out there for a small loss. And then I kind of chopped around here. I was expecting a hourly reversal, so you can see there's a nice hourly trend here. And then I was hoping for a break momentarily there, but a tiny bit. That took off for a loss there as well. And then I took some kind of break-even trades here along the way, looking for a high hour squeeze. But that didn't work out too well. And then once they tested the hourly here on the orange line here, triangle, you can see a triangle there. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Finally broke it. I went some long there. Pretty small because it's after hours, and it took profits along the way, and so it just trailed back down there. So good sub ID, took it off, and that's important to know both sides of the trade. That was an inverted cup and handle extension, right? It's to extend it to be able to sell all your profits there. So that's when that sells there. And retested the 5 minute EMA there. So that was HOFV for a $72 win. Not the best win, but I gave away a few of my profits there. I was like 200. Give it away and took some back on that trade here. So that was HOFV for a $72 win. QS, I was up decent on this, and then I ended up adding to it and giving away. So I saw this trend line break. Right, move this trend line up here. So this trend line broke. So that was an inverted cup and handle, short, and then covered, and then I shorted here and cover. So that I was actually up. So this was break even, and then I tried to add size in a little bit more, and I ended up stopping out here on this wick, which was a good stop because it went higher. So that was a kind of small short, pretty much break even trade, up $9 from that on QS. SEEL SEEL. So SEEL looked interesting on the daily chart. So we go back to the daily chart. It had this gap up day consolidated. Now it has tested the 90 MA. So I was expecting some type of flag play for like a daily bounce on the 90 MA. But today, guess it didn't have enough volume to do that. And in intraday, you can see this very nice cup and handle. I went for that break there for this cup and handle for maybe a bigger move on the daily chart. Maybe get a squeeze higher. And then it ended up didn't moving too much, and I just took it off for pretty much a small loss there, $23. And then it just kind of fading back down. So that's SEEL. DVAX was a $34 loss, and this was also short. So you can see my losses are small because I'm really good about taking my losses. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I went here, took a short. The only mistake here was the 5 EMA was really close. So it was really close there. So there's not a lot of meat. It broke. But I was kind of expecting to kind of wash out maybe test VWAP or the 15-minute chart, 9 EMA. But you see the support of 5-minute EMA here washed down, tapped it, and not going back up. So a good signal, just not the best context there. And then I went ahead and stopped that when it broke my stop. Right? So these are, you want a short inverted cup and handle, you put your stop here on the handle. So that's where I stopped out and went higher. So just respect your stop, or else you end up getting a bigger loss, right? So just continue to use good risk management and keep your losses small. Next trade is UPST. UPST was a short as well, and I like this chart because you can see it was extended on the 5-minute chart here, so there's a little room there. It ended up holding up. Thought it was going to short break here at 141 of 140.50 or so to test this, and ended up kind of squeezing me, so I stopped there as always on my prior high. Stopped there, it ended up failing, got an inverted cup and handle. That was a nice short there, and then it finally tested 5-minute EMA, and it ended up testing the 15-minute afterwards. So it's just 5 minutes too early, so just needed this one more push to squeeze out all the shorts, and then you got the inverted cup and handle signal there for that break to test the 5-minute chart. But that was a $59 loss. It's okay. Okay with taking those small losses. And then next trade, my biggest loss of the day was ZI for $88 loss. So ZI was, let's clear some chart. So this was trailing the 5-minute trend pretty well. And it was pretty extended on the 15-minute trend the whole day until this pullback here. But what I saw here was lower highs forming, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then I saw it might break this cup and hand over here. We ended up sizing it in a little bit there. It got wicked out right there to my highs there, and I stopped out for a loss there for $88. But yeah, I had this drop. This would have been like a point move, right? 54 to 53.20s. So it would have been a good trade. But yeah, stopped out there. It didn't work out too well, and ended up going higher. And yeah, there wouldn't be any signals there. So yeah, that's all I have for today. So $311 in profits, trading 8 stocks. Just trying to control my risk management and make sure my losses is small and my wins are bigger to cover those losses. But all in all, slow day in terms of long setups. I haven't seen any good setups. HOFV was kind of a headache. Had a nice looking pattern. Looks like a potential squeeze after hours. But yeah, this is really choppy and crowded, so it's a little hard to move that. But yeah, again, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see indicators tutorial, make sure to leave a comment below on which indicators you'd like to see. I can start creating videos on Thinkorswim indicator, start creating a Thinkorswim library on my channel, and just to educate how to create your own indicators like you see here. And also scanners, right? So I have a few scanning tools. Let's see, desktop. So I have a few scanning tools for that I use. So scanning tools. So I have like stuff around. These are kind of more generic. You can build based off your criteria there. But I also have like if things are creating higher lows, like 15-minute contraction, hourly contraction, or things that are green days that are testing the 90 MA, right? So if I scan for this stock, so I have a list here, and so these are stocks that are up on the day, that are almost touching the 90 MA or above it. So if I load that on here, let's see what I have. So that is in here. So, okay. So I have this small list right here. Go on the daily chart and see score. Just this one. Change it to the bigger screen. Yeah, so score is up, and so this scanner here is to kind of find a potential bounce. So you can see this one was up on the week. It was up. Now it's testing 90 MA. So this potentially, if you want to find dip buys on the 90 MA, this is probably good stuff from this scanner. And let's see, AVXL. So here's another dip buying potential, right? So I created a scanner to look for stocks that are touching the 90 MA, and that is above it, and that was up for the week. So another good dip buy potential there. LPCN also up. Now retesting 90 MA, good dip buy potential here. So this scanner here that I created, which uses custom. Press my buttons here. All right, go here. Yeah, so I have a custom command here that I created. That's pretty simple. Right here. So it's pretty simple. You just create, some variables and what your criteria is. Like you want to see things are up 3 days in a row. That is above 90 MA. That is above, is overbought in the RSI or oversold in the MACD. So you can create anything here, and it'll give you the stocks you want. So you can create scanners. You can create columns, color-coded columns, or you can create indicators on your chart. So labels, or I have these markings. You see this red box, red box here, a green box here, and they indicate this. So this is the low, 165, and it's the low of the last 15 bars for the last 15 minutes. And here, this is the high of the last 15 bars. So I know it's 168 is the high, 165 is the low. So here's 168, it's 165. And it'll tell me this one is not good because there's no liquidity here. I'm gonna go to like AMD or something. Maybe that's moving. So you can see this high here was 524, and it's 4 cents away from the best. So this indicator tells me how much to risk. How much is that high far away from the current price? So if you want to size in, it'll show like 4 cents here. Sometimes it shows NA because the print is probably like in between the bid and ask, so it's a little bug there. But here now it shows up here, so you can see 5 cents. The best, and it's now trading at 5.25, and this is 5.25. So it's gonna calculate with 1 cent, so that'll be your stop. 126 would be your stop if you were to play this. So I know it's a 5 cent risk, and you can size in 100 shares for $5 loss. Right? So you know right away if you need to think like very fast. This is already calculated for you. So yeah, so just yeah, again, if you want to see those indicators, free to teach indicators for free, or if you have any requests, I can make them for you. And I know there's a lot of websites out there that sells them for a rip-off price. I would say I can make these indicators in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? A lot of these volume or high indicators or price after hours or pre-market. Oh yeah, just to mention, these are the lines of pre-market. So this purple line is pre-market highs, and I have here pre-market high here as a PM 487. So that's another indicator that I use. Pre-market high, you can see it's support or resistance, pre-market high, support, resistance, or support. And it became support here. So pre-market high, that line, this purple line, is a pre-market high. So, and then also pre-market low, which is this lighter purple line. So that is pre-market lows. So these are indicators that's very useful. If you want them, just leave a comment and be below. I can make them for you or guide you. I don't want to give out the code too much. I want you to kind of build. I want to educate you, not just give it to you and move on. But yeah, I have this line is high of day, low of day, and then I also have this white line, which is prior day's high or prior day's low. And then there are other lines. So this is 9 EMA on the daily. So I have a lot of lines, and they all have meanings. And once you have these on your chart and you know what they are, it's it's easy. It really helps as a trader. But yeah, it's this is turning out to be a longer recap. But I just want to put out there that I will be available to make any indicators for my viewers. So feel free to leave a comment, and I'll create a video for it. All right. So thanks everyone for watching. Snipe Trading. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button if you enjoy the content, and see you tomorrow. Bye.